The light is blaring into our eyes. Is this not bright enough for you to read?
Seems a lot darker.
Okay. I'll turn this light on.
The Voter Bill of Rights. We could have voted as early as October 8th.
Well, we didn't want to. We want the sticker.
We only didn't want to because we wanted the sticker.
Oh, absolutely. You don't vote on voting day without getting the sticker. I don't think that they email you
They
or
should
mail
just start
you
mailing you one.
stickers saying I voted.
I guess so. Alright, let's get down to business.
Alright, let's get down to business. Today is November 5th, 2012. Tomorrow's a big day for voting, and a lot of famous celebrities have put their spin on things, and I don't appreciate it. Tonight, I'm coming at you from a very bipartisan angle, and I'm going to read out loud everything that's on the ballot thing.
California ballot.
The California ballot. If you're going to vote in a different state than California, you can still listen, but this is going to do you no good. I'm not trying to sway anything. I'm just saying what's on the page. First page, it's the official sample ballot and voting instructions. General election Tuesday, November 6th, 2012.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Polls open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. All right? Make your choices in this booklet. Take it with you to your voting location. Don't quiet me down. This is democracy. Listen, guys, this is important. It's on the front page for a reason.
Let's just start page 1.
Hold on. You got to fill this out right now. Both of us should. Because then we'll be prepared to just mark it
You're freaking
off.
me out.
I'm going to freak out every one of those people. We're getting pencils. This is important, Aaron. Are you really willing to... I mean, if every single person goes in there with this filled out tomorrow, they're going to be able to get through the polling much faster.
We're going to vote right now.
We're going to put our votes down now. We're filling it in tomorrow. I'm not saying what my votes are because I'm not trying to sway anything. I'm sick of
Secret votes.
secret votes. She likes to quiet me.
No, I was talking about the secret votes.
Yeah, secret votes.
Don't tell. We're not telling you what we're voting for.
We're not telling you what we're voting for. Find your polling place. You can do that.
We already did that.
We've done that. I've voted at this place several times.
Let's
but
start
if
on
you
page
can't,
1.
listen, this number's important. They might have this book. If you don't know where you're voting, call 1-800-815-2666. I know, it's creepy at the end. I don't know why they do that. It's not cool. Not cool, but that's the number. Rewind it if you didn't hear it, because we don't have time to say it a second time. But call, find out where you're polling if you're in California. Otherwise, it probably won't work.
Make your choices in this booklet.
Make your choices in this booklet. All right.
And take it with you.
Mm-hmm. Take it with you. Inside cover, this is instructions on how to do it.
Let's get to the first
I'm trying to
page.
be quiet. Well, hold on.
We don't need all this information. Let's go. Let's get in there. Let's get into it.
Man, I hope you guys know what you're doing because I would hate you to show up and have no idea how to vote. We'll skip to the first page. I'm worried about you. Give yourself some extra time in case you don't know what you're doing when you walk in there. Great. First thing, party-nominated offices. Right? Is this the presidential election?
This is it.
This is it?
This is it right here.
There's a lot more names on there than there should be. Anyways, hold on a second.
Don't let it disorientate you.
Okay, well, let me just read really quick.
In fact, I heard today that Roseanne Barr is running for president of the Peace and Freedom.
That can't be true.
Of the Peace and Freedom Party. It is true. It says it right here in part 1.
Is that on everybody's ballot or
is
just
it really
ours?
her? I didn't even know.
Actually, no, it is her. I saw her, but I didn't think she was going to make it.
Roseanne Barr was running for president.
I did. She's actually been out here with Cindy Sheehan. And Cindy Sheehan, I believe, is the person that started up the whole pink campaign. Are you familiar with the pink campaign? The pink campaign? The mothers against the Iraq war or whatever it is?
Let's just vote.
All right, I'm not trying to sway anything, but hold on. We're not ready yet. We got to read what's going on here. The party label accompanying the names of a candidate for a party-nominated office on the general election ballot means that the candidate is official nominee of the party shown. All right, that makes sense. So Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan, they're sponsored by the Republicans. Barack Obama, Joseph Biden, Democrats. Roseanne Barr, Cindy Sheehan, Peace and Freedom. What the hell? We'll read them all really quick. Jill Stein and Sherry Hanalaka. Might butcher that one. They're for the Green Party. I've heard of the Green Party. Thomas Hoefling and Robert Orlanis. They're the American...
a recital of a dictionary, James.
Aaron, we're trying to make sure everybody's prepared. I know that this probably isn't... I don't know. It's not doing anything for me. But somebody out there might want to know
Look,
that
you're
Thomas...
doing a really great job. I just think you can leave out some of these details.
This is important, Aaron. This is democracy. Thomas Hoefling is for president with Robert Ornelas for vice president of the American Independent Party. And then last but not least, in any means, Gary Johnson for president. James P. Gray for vice president with the Libertarian Party.
The most important things is not reciting everything. It's talking about what the different choices are that are explained in this thing.
All right.
That's more important. Use of your breath, the measures, the state measures. This is standard shit.
For the record,
this is standard shit. People get it.
Aaron, for the record, can we at least just say maybe I went too in depth, but let's generally tell people this is for the president and the vice president of the United States of America.
And
that's ballot number 1. I'm gonna fill out mine. Don't look.
It's
Don't
a
look.
secret.
There's the whole thing.
I don't know who Mervyn Evans or Stephen Bradford is.
Which has a
who
pretty
Henry
name.
Waxman is, and I do know who Dianne
Aaron,
Feinstein
where
is.
are you on this?
Whoa. United States Senator, United States Representative, member of State Assembly, right there where you vote for president.
But I haven't read the whole top part. All voters, regardless of the party preference, they disclosed upon registration.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you read this thing word for word.
All right.
I'll freak out.
All right.
Okay?
Hold on. Okay, then that's fine.
But
we'll skip over that. This is for the United States Senator, the United States Representative, and the member of State Assembly.
which is the one I'm having problems with.
Okay,
there.
well, let's start at the top. You can either vote for Elizabeth
James, stop.
What?
You aren't understanding what I'm saying. I said I know Dianne Feinstein. I know Henry Waxman. I don't know who the member of State Assembly is. That's the part. So skip down a little bit.
To the State Assembly?
Yes. What is it? What is it for that?
Um.
I don't know who either of those people are.
Well, here's the thing.
Is that for our little town over here in Venice? Is that our guy?
Listen.
What does that mean?
The member of this. What is a member of State Assembly? Well, I don't know.
Well,
Let's
stop.
figure it out.
Stop.
No. Are you joking? This is important. No, I can't look it up on there. Use the laptop. We're gonna use the laptop.
I'm just gonna skip it for now.
Okay, you skip it for now. I'm gonna connect to the internet.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
What?
Okay. District Attorney. Dean Homicide Prosecutor or Chief Deputy DA. I don't know. I don't know who these people are. Okay.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
I'm not giving up.
Don't give up. This is democracy, Aaron. What is a member of the State Assembly?
You're just too slow.
Well, I'm thorough. I'll tell you that much.
There
I'm
are
thorough.
10 measures we have to go through. That's the problem with being
Are you
so
joking?
thorough.
Hold on. Wow. Why is this not on the correct search engine?
You're freaking out.
I'm trying to save democracy, Aaron. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't know this. We can't be the only people that don't know really what a state assembly person is. I imagine it's somebody that is...
And we know a lot.
I know a lot of stuff.
Well, it explains it all in this little book. You don't even need this giant fucking thing.
Watch your language.
It says it in here.
Wow. They don't make it easy to find out what they do.
They must do something awful and secret.
Would you like to hear the message from the Speaker of the House of California State?
No, thank you.
No?
Nope, I'd like a simple answer to a simple question. What does a member of the State Assembly do? We are the 62nd district. Look that up. Look up California's 62nd district. I feel like that must be Congress, but it's not.
All right. What do you want to know about it?
That's us. What are we? That's what our member of the State Assembly does. He represents our district.
All right. It's one of 80 districts in the California State Assembly. It is currently represented by Wilmer Carter of Rialto. It consists of 24% San Bernardino County, including Bloomington, Colton, Muskie, Rialto, Fontana, San Bernardino. That does not include us.
Then why does it say we're the 62nd district?
I'm sure it knows more than we do.
I don't know who to vote for, so I might not vote for anybody. Because I don't know.
Are you joking? You don't vote for anybody?
If I don't
Well,
know
don't tell people that.
If I don't know the difference between the two, I'm just going to be like...
Well, secretly don't vote for anybody. I'm going to secretly not vote for anybody. Come on. We got to vote, Aaron. This isn't the time to eat.
It's too hard.
This is not too hard. There are people that fought for this right. Don't quit.
Give it up.
This is not, that's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do, Aaron. Come on, stick to it. We've got one. I'm going to vote. I know how to vote. I'm just going to fill in the right circle. You either have the choice of Republican or Democrat. True or false?
Not here.
Yeah, well, either way, you can't lose at this last one. You got winners.
So
think about it. You want to know the truth? Just boils down to, it doesn't matter what they're a member of. Are they a good person or a bad person? Let's figure it out really quick. This guy's an author and a management consultant, and then there's a state legislator.
Just leave him alone.
Nope. Secretly voting. I'm not going to say. But I think it's pretty clear cut.
Like you just
listen. I don't want to say out loud.
It's just like throwing a dart at a candidate.
Absolutely
and
not.
And voting.
Think about the information I just gave you.
Better than abstaining from voting when you don't have any information on the election
just 1 second.
all.
Listen for 1 second. Listen to these two things. You don't need to know the names. You don't need to know the parties. One person is an author, management consultant. The other person's a state legislator.
How shallow of you to judge on their title.
It's easy. That one person is clearly cut for that job. Let's move on. Page number 3.
We have a different philosophy.
Well, you might have not thought it all the way through like I did. Nonpartisan offices, a district attorney. You have a chief deputy DA, drug agency.
Do you think that because of Breaking Bad?
No, district attorney. That's what it is. Oh, one's a district attorney and the other's a gang homicide prosecutor. Again, pretty easy pickings here. One of these people deserves this job, and one of them doesn't.
You don't even know what their job is.
One is a chief deputy DEA.
Do you know what the job is?
DA, district attorney. He's a lawyer.
Okay, so what's the job?
He's the one who builds a case against people.
But you get that we're voting for the DA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of them's the chief deputy, and one of them is a gang homicide prosecutor.
So we have an incumbent, sort of.
Yeah,
He's the
obviously.
deputy. He's the deputy.
He's the deputy.
Of the job we're voting
So think about it. Do you think that things are going well? Do you think the DA is doing a good job? If so, you know what to do. I know what to do. Secretly, I voted for the correct answer. All right, here we go. State measures. This is where it gets good. This is what everybody's been waiting for. All right. State measure 30. Temporary taxes to fund education guaranteed local public safety funding. Initiative constitutional amendment. All right? That's all in bold letters. Every one of those words was important. This is in smaller type. Take it for what it sounds like. increases. This measure, it increases taxes on earnings over $250,000 for 7 years, and sales tax by 1/4 cent for 4 years to fund schools. Guarantees
I can't
public.
follow anything you're saying. You're talking too weird.
Okay, let me say it one more time from the beginning. State Measure 30. All
Say
right?
it like you know what you're talking
I
about.
do know what I'm talking about. Listen to it. It's going to increase taxes on people that make over $250,000 a year. For 7 years, this is going to take place. And additionally to those people getting taxed, sales tax, which everybody's subjected to every time they buy something from the store, is going to raise by 1/4 cent for 4 years.
So it's
And this-
raising taxes on the rich to fund schools.
Yeah, on the rich, but also at sales tax, you're going to pay
Okay,
1/4 cent.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Just for a brief
For
summary.
yeah. So guarantees public. But here's the thing: is it goes to fund schools, and here's a big one: it guarantees public safety realignment funding.
I think we got the gist of that one. Let's move on to the state measure 30.
Fine. Do you want to hear the fiscal impact? It increases state tax revenues through 2018 and 19.
Of course, you're raising taxes.
Averaging
you're
about
raising
$6
revenue.
billion annually over the next 4 years.
Sure. Sounds awesome.
That's $24 billion. Revenues available for funding the state budget in 2012 and 13 planned spending reductions primarily to education programs. That wouldn't occur.
Next, please.
All right, State Measure 31. State budget, state and local government initiative constitutional amendment and statute. Wow, this sounds big. This is breaking news, people. Hold on. State 31 establishes 2-year state budgets. Oh, no. Not what I thought it was going to be. It sets rules for offsetting new expenditures and governor budget cuts in fiscal emergencies. Local governments can alter application of laws governing state-funded programs. Fiscal impact, it's going to decrease sales tax, state sales tax revenues of $200 million annually, with corresponding increases of funding to local government.
It's a budget.
It's a budget. It's a budget. This is not at all what you would think when you see initiative constitutional amendment. It's a budget thing. We know what to do here.
James, you're having a really hard time being like, whatever the word you said you were going to be was.
Bipartisan? I'm not telling anybody what I'm voting for. I think that they should know. When you hear those things, can you not have an opinion?
Next.
Whatever your opinion is, vote on it.
Next, please.
I'm not saying what your opinion should be.
State measure 32, please.
If you're a good person, you'll know the truth.
Political contributions.
Fine. Political
payroll deduction.
All right. Payroll, Measure 32. Political contributions by payroll deduction. Contributions to candidates initiative statute. Okay. It prohibits unions from using payroll deducted funds for political purposes. Applies same-use prohibition to payroll deductions, if any, by corporations or government contractors. Prohibits union and
It's
corporate
called
contributions.
State Measure 32, down on the unions.
Yeah, so this is basically saying that although with the
Government
Supreme Court,
regulations.
the Supreme Court passed it where companies and corporations can have a say in things and can donate and do things, but this means that they don't consider a union something they can put money into it.
They're not allowed to do it from their payroll.
From their payroll, what's that mean?
It means they can't, make a choice to deduct, to offer money to a political party in every paycheck.
Oh, so basically that's like when you're at the grocery store and they're like, do you want to put such and such money to funding such and such charity? And
No,
you have
it's
to
when
check
you
it
fill out your employment papers.
every week?
When you start working at a job.
But wouldn't you just fill that once out?
Exactly. But
So
they
you
take
would have
it
to
out.
deal.
They take it out of your
Isn't that your
paycheck.
choice, or do you have to do that?
They're saying that should be not legal to do.
Well, I'm gonna mark one down, but I'm not sure. I'm going with my gut. I hope you make the right choice too.
Alright, this next one is interesting. Number 33. Auto insurance companies cannot make prices based on a driver's history of insurance coverage.
Of insurance coverage. What? auto insurance companies price base. Changes current law to allow insurance companies to set prices based on whether the driver previously carried auto insurance with any insurance company. Allows proportional discounts for drivers with some prior coverage. Allows increased cost for drivers without history of continuous coverage.
I like this part. Physical impact. Probably no significant physical effect. It's like, then why the fuck are you doing it? What? I don't.
Well, they might not be doing it because of how much it'll affect fiscally, but they might be thinking of how much they can help the person. From the looks of it, and I don't know what this is like, I've never had any problems with insurance, but perhaps if you don't have insurance for a long time, maybe insurance companies can charge you because you haven't had insurance.
No, it's saying let the insurance companies charge you for that reason.
Are you
exactly
sure?
what the initiative is, yes. Allows increased
to
costs.
allow companies to set prices based... Oh, yeah, okay.
For
Well, that makes it really easy on me. I know my choice.
That's why it's funny that it says physical impact. Probably nothing significant. Except for the insurance.
Well, you know what it is? It's probably to encourage people to pay for insurance. It's like, if you don't do it, not only will you get a ticket, but then it'll be tougher for you to buy insurance.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you haven't had insurance, you're being penalized, which is only going to make you probably not buy insurance.
Even more.
I
mean, that's definitely one way to look at it, but we don't want them to think we're telling them what to think. That's just the other side. I don't know what I'm voting for. I'm not saying.
I'm just saying what it's saying. State Measure 33.
Well,
I'm
giving it a firm
I'm
answer.
wrong about every interpretation of these.
Oh my
we're just
gosh.
pulling it out of our
This one,
reading eyes.
this next one's pretty important. Let me just make sure everything's recording because I don't want to miss this. Yeah, it is. Good.
Yeah, this is kind of epic.
This is kind of epic right here. This is like, I don't know if you've heard about Measure 34, but it's about the death penalty. Are you familiar with the death penalty? That's like the reality of, what was that thing that they used to say about Obamacare's health...
death panels.
Death panels. Death panels? That's scary, but the death penalty is real. Not judging. But here we go. Initiative statute.
It's like the ultimate debate. The death penalty.
Yeah, definitely.
We get to vote on it.
We get to vote on it.
People's lives kind of in our hands.
Right now. This is a great moment for me. Hold on, I'm going to revel in it. But
Do
first,
we
let me
want
read it
them
out
to
loud.
die for their sins?
Well, we don't even know if
or
they've sinned.
rot
Is the
in
problem.
jail.
The problem is we really
decide.
we don't know who they are though. These people, we didn't get to judge whether they were innocent or guilty. We're just judging whether it's okay to kill somebody. Right?
But not an unborn child.
Whoa. Come on, let's keep this clean here. Let's keep this clean here.
It's hard to do.
So let's read it. Measure 34.
It's
It
obvious.
repeals the death penalty.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And
You don't have to
replaces
read
it with
it.
life in prison. Is it really that simple?
Yeah. Yes. Do you want to repeal the death penalty?
Do you want to repeal the death penalty? Could they really do that?
That's why it's in the fucking ballot.
They could repeal it?
They could if we told them to.
Okay.
Human trafficking, State Measure 35.
Well, hold on. This is where it gets kind of hot. Human trafficking. This is like sex slaves. Right? Am I wrong?
You okay?
I'm sorry. Is that not I'm sorry. I thought that this was, is that bad?
Let's just
All
you know, talk about what the measure
Maybe I was
is.
being insensitive while I announced what this one's about.
Insensitive? You're just being retarded.
What do you mean? Let's just read what it is. Human trafficking penalties initiative statute. It increases prison sentences and fines for human trafficking convictions. Requires convicted human traffickers to register as sex offenders. It requires registered sex offenders to disclose internet activities and identities. Fiscal impact, cost of a few $1 million annually to state and local governments for addressing human trafficking offenses.
How bad of a problem is human trafficking in Southern California?
I actually would be surprised if it wasn't one of the worst states for it. I mean, we share a
But
border.
you're just pulling that out of your ass.
I guess I am, but I mean, if you think about it logically, there's I'd say half the states.
But you don't know the facts.
It doesn't take a lot of facts for me to know that we're really close to. California nearly touches two borders. It's got a southern country and a northern country a couple states away. We're probably going to have more trafficking than Iowa or Idaho. Like, how do you get somebody all the way to there? It's tough.
Okay, I totally agree that it's not as big of a problem in Idaho as it is in California. That is agreed.
Okay. So it's pretty serious. I made some jokes earlier, but this is serious.
Yeah, but what is making them a sex offender? Like,
do you not think that somebody trafficking sex people, basically a pimp, is a pimp,
but
not a
there
sex offender?
isn't there something about how when you pull up, you can check sex offenders in your area, and it's crazy. They're everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. I would say that
So
there's
we want
probably
more
a lot of
dots
people.
on the board. What's it?
Well,
that's kind of like a slap on the human trafficking wrist.
No. Think about it. There are people that have you can have to be registered for streaking, like when you're in high school or something. You could register for that. If there's somebody that needs to be registered, it's someone selling human beings. That's what sex trafficking is. I don't want to be loud, but it's terrible. If anyone deserves to be on that list, it's a lot of people.
Couldn't you give them a worse one then than all the rest of the people in your neighborhood?
Oh, okay. So you're saying a worse one? Well, let's
I just
start
think it's
somewhere.
kind of a slap on the wrist for human traffickers.
I thought you were saying something else.
And it's really
okay,
expensive
so we can
for
both
just
at
a
least.
slap on the wrist. It's like.
So you're saying you'd rather not slap
get
somebody
your
on the
shit
wrist?
together.
Make something bigger. Let's bring that death penalty issue into this one. Let's double up. Yes, human traffickers get death penalty. All right, I'm going to write that one in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm keeping it secret. You don't know what I'm voting. We're almost through. We've just got a couple more pages. That was page 1.
That was a painful vote.
3 strikes law, repeat felony offenders penalties initiative, revises law to impose life sentences only when new felony conviction is serious or violent, may authorize resentencing if
I
third
thought
strike...
that already exists. 3 strikes law already exists.
No, it does, and it's pretty tough, and I'm not going to sway either way, but a 3 strikes law is if you do something that's a nonviolent crime, I don't know what necessarily, here's where my bullshit begins. I feel like if you were to rob a car, break into a car and steal something, and that was your 3rd strike, you can go to life in prison for that.
So what's the state measure if it's not implemented?
This is saying that unless the last of your 3rd strikes was a violent crime.
The pens are knocking.
Did you hear that? It's crazy. So it's just saying that the last crime you commit would have to be a really bad one.
So it's taking the law as it is and trying to make it harder.
No. It's trying to make it easier. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that's what it is.
Trying to make it harder to get your 3rd strike.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not trying to make it easier.
They're trying to make it easier for somebody that has 2 strikes. If you have 2 strikes and you
okay, we're saying the same thing. You're just using the opposite language.
I guess so. I don't mean to.
You are.
But I'm going to vote
Genetically
one way.
engineered foods labeling initiative.
Super tomatoes. Do you like them? Do you like them?
That's pretty obvious, what it means.
Yeah, this is pretty much the only thing that I've been told.
That's the only thing I've gotten any advertising on at all, for sure.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm not saying what to vote for, but I've heard the answer to this. Here it is, Measure 37, Genetically Engineered Foods Labeling Initiative Statute. All right, it requires labeling of foods sold to consumers made from plants or animals with
I'm
genetic
rolling
material.
through this now.
You're rolling through this?
Yeah.
Basically, it says that if everything, doesn't matter what it is, it has to list any genetically modified stuff in it. GMOs.
Keep going.
Well, I mean, it's important that people know.
I'm flying through the ballot.
It will cost more money for people to have to put labels on there, period. but people will have to label any mutant food that they're selling. So you'll know if it's a super tomato because it'll have a big star on it saying, this is a mutant super tomato. Okay, so measure 38. Tax to
County Measure A.
Come on, Aaron, you're going too fast. We're not looking at these.
I am. I'm reading them and ingesting them and voting. I'm just on a roll.
I'm trying to help people, for God's sakes. If there's one thing I can do in my life to make a mark on democracy, let me just go through this. Tax to fund education and early childhood programs, initiative statute.
Ooh, County Measure A is interesting.
Oh, I can't wait to get there. Shh, quiet. This one's really boring and painful.
No, it's not boring. This is just fun schools.
I don't want to read it.
Simple. Fun schools. The next one.
Increases taxes
Simple.
on earnings
Simple.
using sliding scale for 12 years. Revenues go to K through 12. That's pretty much all of, except for college. Early childhood programs, 4 years.
The porn one is in County Measure B.
Okay, we're going to go through 38.
You gotta get through these state measures. You gotta get through them. Now
we're doing 38. 39, tax treatment for multi-state businesses. Clean energy and energy efficient. Requires multi-state businesses to pay income taxes based on percentage of their sales in California. Dedicates revenues for 5 years to clean energy. Okay. So basically the fiscal impact is it's going to get the state more money, $1 billion a year, with half of the revenues over the next 5 years spent on energy. Okay, so $500 million spent every year on energy efficiency projects. Okay, so that's that. I think everybody knows what to vote there. Redistricting, I don't know how to redistrict stuff. Redistricting,
it's yes or no. Do you want to be redistricted?
I don't know what a district means. Do I have to change my polling place?
You don't have to do anything.
Then why would I care?
You would care if you have to change your polling place, so maybe you don't want things redistricted.
Well, I thought you just said that I don't have to change my polling place.
You wouldn't if they didn't redistrict.
Oh.
Whatever. Come on, just get into these county measures with me. They're interesting.
God, okay, I'm going to vote on this one. Making a gut call there. You guys might want to... there's a little bit of weakness in measure 39 and 40 and 38. In all honesty, you might want to do some more investigation on it. I've given you a good start. Let your curiosity feed the Democratic
County Measure A.
County Measure A. Advisory vote only. Do you support seeking to change the California Constitution and the Los Angeles County Charter to make the position of Los Angeles County Assessor an appointed position instead of an elected position? Oh, so this is basically saying, do we want somebody to be appointed or elected? Doesn't matter. It could be the state barista. Somebody's got a job out there. Do you want it appointed by somebody you don't know, or do you want to vote on it? Okay, I'm voting on this one, that's for sure.
Or do you want people to vote based on people's titles, or just randomly guess?
What are you talking about?
Or people to appoint somebody that actually know what they're doing and talking about.
Oh, God, why did you have to say that?
I told you it was interesting.
That was a plot twist. That was a plot twist. This is like a J.J. Abrams voting thing. Oh, my God, that's so much more complicated. I had not thought about that. Because honestly, there's a lot of people on here that I don't know anything about. And never mind, you can trust everything I've said is true. But you might want to research some more. And I might want to change this. Let's just make an extra mark here.
You don't get to change it. You can just vote.
Hey, this is not even a real vote right here. This is preparing so that I'm ready when I get to the booth. So I don't take all day. I'm trying to make the lines move fast. There's a lot of people out there. Everybody watching this is going to vote.
What does advisory vote only mean? Whatever.
Oh, you know what this means? This means this vote really doesn't do that much. It just says whether or not we're going to have a vote on it later. They have to get enough people to say that they care in order to even have it up for a vote. So it's just an advisory vote.
That's even better.
And I just made that up, so you might want to look into that too.
That
sounds
right.
right.
Sounds really right.
It sounds pretty
All
right.
Here we go. County Measures
County
B.
Measures B. Okay.
An ordinance be adopted requiring producers of adult films to obtain a county public health permit to require adult film performers to use condoms when engaged in acts of sex, to provide proof of bloodborne pathogen training course to post permit and notices to performers, and making violations of the ordinance subjects to civil fines and criminal charges.
This affects me every day.
Do you want to see condoms in your porn, people?
Do you want to
Is
see
that the
condoms in
law?
your porn? All right.
Do you want performance of sex shows to survive
Yeah.
diseases?
What do you think?
There's
Just
those
close your
two.
eyes really quick and think about all the
Close
pornography.
your eyes and think about porn.
Close your eyes and think about pornography. Now, which ones do you think are the best? Are they the ones that you think are socially acceptable, promoting safe sex and stopping a complete species killing
They've been
disease?
talking about this for years.
Or do you want bareback, hot, awesome shit? Is that not the phrase?
That's just a weird way of...
Isn't that what they do with a horse? It's nothing. There's
Okay.
nothing between.
Stop. Just stop with your metaphors.
Listen,
Just vote.
just vote.
Close
Actually,
your eyes, think about porn, and vote already.
but you got to think about. This is the thing that I want to make sure everybody thinks about. It's easy to think the carnal thoughts, but think about those people that are workers. Their boss, if they're like, I gotta be with such and such person, and everybody knows they don't want to be with such and such person. I'd kind of like to wear a condom.
All right.
Are you going to make that person
We're
do
on the
that?
final county measure.
I think it's important. It's not so easy.
This
You
one
can't
is
just
about
make
public
your first
transportation.
judgment.
The last one is, should we build trains?
Trains?
It's a yes
Are they-
or no.
are they
It's a yay
space
or nay train, space train.
No,
super
this is not
future
yay or
vote.
nay. This one could definitely affect you and I, Aaron.
All right.
We need to look at
It's
this
a yes or no to trains. We
one. I'm
already
still
looked
working
at
on
it.
this porn one. It's important.
Just, we're done. We did a really good job. But
Hold on. Let's
It's
see
over.
the train. Where's the train going from? Accelerating
It's
traffic
just general.
relief, job creation. Oh, job creation. Traffic relief? So I think that unless you're a bad person, you
this
should
is
know
the
what
text.
to do here.
This is the text of the actual laws. Holy baloney pants.
Yeah.
That would be really intense.
And all this other stuff behind here, this is just... Oh, this is the text.
We're done. This
We're
is
done.
This is the whole law.
So, if we didn't have as much information as you want, there's a whole other half to the thing that was mailed
We could
to
have
you.
mailed this.
Yeah.
We
We
could
could
have
have
voted
mailed
by
this.
if we wouldn't have gotten a sticker. They should
We
have a
wouldn't have
sticker
gotten a
in
sticker.
this.
No, because then people would take that sticker and show up to their job and pretend like they voted. No pretenders allowed. No posers. It doesn't matter what you vote for, as long as you go and you vote and you get your sticker. If you don't have a sticker...
So what if they run out?
Hmm?
What if they run out of stickers?
I don't care. You get a sticker. That's democracy.
That's democracy.